Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. God damn it, P.
I didn't do anything.
Welcome back to our Christmas special, day 3 of Torchwood Children of Earth. I should buy a little bit behind the scenes because obviously the first episode hasn't come out yet, but I've edited my cringy ass intro to the original score, so at least that's underneath it, so it doesn't sound so hideous. Because I was listening to the edit of just it as it was, and
it's
sounded
amazing.
I love
it. I love it too.
It live is wonderful.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a privilege that only you two get to have. And yes, so day 3, we get a look at the new Torchwood facility, aka warehouse.
Warehouse boy.
Yeah.
Now, I think we were talking about this last night because we both watched part 3 together.
Yeah.
That this warehouse has been used, parts of it have been used multiple times within Torchwood, but also in a certain other Doctor Who property. I don't know if you know which one I'm
I don't know which one you're
hinting at. So, if I'm thinking correctly, I don't think you get to see this part of the warehouse until later episodes, but there's a bit where they're running and there's a load of just windows, and I think there's a little bit of stairs.
Yeah.
That bit of warehouse was used in the Midnight Troop, or there was like a travelling act in Torchwood, and they took people's breath, and there was the boy who was working at the Electro Theatre. That's where his shack was, within that warehouse.
Oh, there you go.
But the shack that he goes into, whether or not that's part of that warehouse, is Sarah Jane's attic.
Oh, shut up. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know
When
that.
you notice it, it's so egregiously obvious.
Is it really?
Because I know you see, I think it must be like the TARDIS set where, for the most part, you don't see one half of it because there's a studio behind it.
Yeah.
But they come in where the studio is, so they don't come in from the normal elevated point where the stairs come up and then you kind of walk down to where Mr. Smith is. They come in from if you're looking at Mr. Smith, on the left-hand side, and come in that way.
Oh, okay. Very strange.
Sneaky.
But yes, because Doctor Who and Torchwood and anything within the realm, I think probably Class is the only one that doesn't reuse any sets, all the way down to the one set that they should reuse, which is the school.
Let's use the same school.
No, let's use a completely different one and make it outrageously modern. So, you know who else we get back? Our queen, Trinity Wells. So the presenter who's always...
Yeah, she's there! She is!
We love her.
She's a legend.
Who makes an appearance. I think there were a lot of Doctor Who fans that audibly cheered when she came back in the most recent specials.
Yeah.
I think it's... there's an interview somewhere where she says that Russell's been feeding her family for years, just because of the various appearances that she's made throughout the Doctor Who and Torchwood.
If they did a news broadcast and it wasn't her, everyone would be like, pardon?
Sorry, but no. Yeah, exactly. No,
well, I don't think she features... I think it's the blonde lady that also features within these episodes that features in Miracle Day. But I suppose because she's an American...
She's
actual newsreader.
Oh, okay. But I suppose because I think she has an American accent, or a twinge to it at least, that she's putting on in these episodes, it makes sense that, because that being set in America, or majority of it, that would be the prominent news reporter. Yeah. We get our first government announcement. The curfew. Mm-hmm. And all the schools are being shut, if memory serves.
Yeah.
Don't we get our first thank you for your confidence, your trust, and your faith.
From the sleaziest looking man.
Oh. Yeah. And Johnny's childcare. Do you remember Pete? Do you remember his slogan?
Oh, what was it? What was the slogan? I can't remember.
It was 10 quid a kid.
10 quid a kid. 10 quid a kid.
Yeah.
Honestly, capital. Absolutely brilliant idea.
Also, bargain.
Yeah.
Well.
10 quid a kid is genius. But what's the best part of his plan is that he's doing bugger all to help.
Yeah.
He's left it all up to her.
Because there's even a shot, I think it's in episode 5, when a certain part of Torchwood team visits the house, he's on the game
He's playing
console.
games with them.
Yeah.
He should be paying 10 quid.
Yeah, he should.
He's a
shouldn't he?
kid.
Now,
She's
I
definitely
don't,
looking after him.
I don't think I've actually got this in the notes, or at least I've got it a little bit later. But it's something that I pointed out to you, Donna. I don't know if anyone here present. I'm not ousting anyone. I'm not going to shame anyone if you guys do. But have you ever been at a restaurant, doesn't matter inside or outside, and physically given your card to the waiter to then walk
Oh,
off with?
absolutely not.
Who are
No.
these
Who are
lunatics?
these
haven't
guys
done
going,
that.
yeah, you can take this? Probably people that have like 5 different credit cards and so don't care that one's gone missing.
Now, because we can't do Weirdo of the Week, and Weirdo of the Week has its own different connotations, and I suppose we may only do this for Torchwood stuff because of the name of the segment that I'm about to pose, but Daft Cunt of the Week. For me, at least, it's going to be
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
'Cause, two of them do it, I think.
Yeah,
I think
two
the
of them do it.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
some geezer that's just got out of his parked car
Mm.
and just
Yeah.
left the keys in there.
Yeah. But
Hood
the
down.
point you made, Donna, I don't know if you remember the point that you made, that that vehicle, even back then, probably
Oh, yeah.
definitely had tracking on it.
Yeah. For
100%.
Why are we nicking a nice car?
Definitely.
What do they need it for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
literally,
just any vehicle will do.
yeah, they did not need a nice car.
No.
I
No.
think that's just Jack going, yeah.
There's
That
my
one.
car. There's the one I want.
So we also get Yanto bringing in clothes and other
Yeah,
essentials.
that's
I think we get toilet roll, coffee.
Yeah.
Now,
The only sensible one.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
yes, but okay, yeah. Initially, because then like he's giving fairly normal clothes to the rest of the team, but goes to an army
Goes to an army
surplus store.
surplus store,
I
yeah.
have been to many army surplus stores and not seen any of these fucking coats. You know I like my long coats.
I have a really nice long World War II trench coat that I got from Army Surplus. It's beautiful. It's got like a bayonet hole in the back or something that I've like stitched up, but it's
Oh, you should have left that.
it's a very obvious stitch up, and it's been like mouse eaten along the edges. I love it.
That's
It's such a
cool.
good coat. So I've seen one, and I grabbed it,
So
but
there
I've
you
never
go.
seen any more.
For this purely visual podcast, one day you need to bring those.
I will bring it.
It does sound very
It's a
cool.
great coat.
Yeah, I don't know whether his coat. I know obviously it's the scene and he looks great and everyone gives a little bit of a clap.
Yeah.
But it's not
It's,
essential, is
it's
it?
not. It's just
not
that
essential.
I'm back. As well, I was like, okay, great.
And he gets this.
Yeah.
There's an interesting bit that we never really get to see from anyone other than I think Gwen throughout the series. Yanto sits Jack down and has a proper talk about what it felt like to blow up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just kind of exploring that a bit.
Again, necessary. I mean, maybe let the poor guy have a few days to
Yeah.
process
Yeah.
this.
Did you feel it all?
Yeah.
Not the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I get it that they're trying to show that they've got that extra connection and
Yeah.
showing that he cares, which is lovely. But I also do think Yanto not now.
No,
Yeah.
he's not just curious; he is a horny boy. Because then we get
Yeah, then
Oh,
we get
yeah.
go away for like 20 minutes.
No,
30.
30. But Reese has the beans on.
Reese has the
Already.
beans. I love how clueless he is.
Oh,
Bless his heart.
such a sweet.
Honestly, just like, put my beans. My beans.
But we
Bless
get because I think Yanto's doing a bit of research and he's talking about Clem and which house he'd come from
Yeah.
initially, which then you get that kind of moment where Jack's like, "Oh fuck," and then asks Yanto to bring up the names or the pictures of the people who were killed the same day as him. He asks them to age it back 40 years so he can have a look at them when they were there,
Yeah.
and he recognises them. He clearly has spent too much time with the 10th Doctor because he goes classic 10th Doctor and goes non-vocal and runs away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just vanishes. Doesn't say anything.
No, to which
Bad
Reese is like,
qualities of a team leader.
"Beans already."
Yeah, your beans, guys, your beans.
Now, it's heavily implied, but I just want to kind of clarify with the room because they're talking. I think it's Frobisher who says like we're packing up, we're moving to Thames House, but I've forgotten her name.
Britney Spears.
No.
Lois Habiba.
Lois Habiba says that says to Bridget that Frobisher asked for her.
Yeah.
Because obviously she's semi-working with Torchwood at this point, so she's wanting to kind of get in. And Bridget kind of like I think she kind of walks after Frobisher, but he's already off, and then turns around and she says something to the effect of, "You're not the first, don't go thinking you're the first."
Yeah.
Did they have a thing?
I don't know.
I think she wanted a thing.
I don't know. Later, episodes down the line, I think there's a lovely exchange.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, I don't think it could be.
No, I
Oh
think
really?
I think it's
I think
all
the interaction later
from-
reinforces it.
Oh, I think it's all from her
it
side.
does. I
Oh,
think,
okay.
I think they love each other, but not that way.
I'm not saying that
I think
he was.
she's just been around long enough to see a lot more.
Oh no, I think she's
people.
jealous, and I think she wants
do
him, but I don't think he's ever shown her any interest.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought it was
interesting
just
triple
how
different
strange.
views.
Mutual, like platonic, but really strong because they've
okay.
been together working for so long.
Maybe.
Okay, well,
'Cause the way she talks about him when she knew him before, it sounds almost like parental, like she's going, this
Yeah,
clumsy little
true.
sod,
True.
and how hard he worked. I don't know.
yeah, but he was in a higher station than she was because she
Yeah.
was on loan to the civil service for something like 6 months.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
But we'll get to that conversation when we
Oh my
when we
God.
have that.
But yeah, I don't know. But also, why did Bridget not check this up? Why did she just take
Yeah.
this girl's word for it? Frobisher doesn't even look at them and just carries on, and Bridget's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why is she not checking this out? This is Habiba's second day, third
Yeah.
day.
Third
Well,
day.
third
one
day,
now,
yeah,
one
third
now,
day,
yeah.
3 days.
Why
in,
is she
yeah.
taking her word for it?
I don't know, but
What does that say
Especially
about
'cause she's
him?
Sussy.
What does that say about him? If she's like, well, you're not the first.
I
If
will
she's
have
just
no
gonna
words,
take
bad
it.
words said against that man.
If she's
oh come on,
taking it
he's not
on faith.
innocent.
Yeah, I know, but he's lovely.
He's not.
No one's innocent in this entire fucking show.
No,
No.
no.
Not one person.
Maybe Johnny.
Maybe Johnny.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, he's
Maybe
just out
Johnny.
there trying to earn some money, play his games.
Just trying to get by.
He's just trying to do it.
So I think we now cut to Stephen's house with Stephen's mum, and I think you pointed out that she now this might be me not being a parent.
Okay.
How old do you reckon Stephen is?
8.
Yeah,
Yeah, 8 or 9.
Yeah.
because again, this isn't me ousting or criticising, but you audibly showed an issue with her walking out the house and leaving Stephen there.
Right. If we're on high alert because there's something wrong with the children,
Why would we leave?
are we
the children
leaving the
alone?
children by themselves?
Absolutely
No, we're not.
not.
See?
Okay.
I was
No.
fuming about it, and he was like, I don't see the problem.
I mean, she didn't even.
She didn't go far. I
No,
understand.
and he
she didn't
was
go
watching
far.
TV, which we will talk about the program he was watching because there's some linkage there.
What was he watching?
Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
But yeah, I
No.
just feel like
Especially because of who she is and who his granddad
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
wouldn't be leaving him for a second.
Okay. A lapse in judgment, but she just wants to ring.
She rings the police to try.
Yeah,
and get
to
hold
ask
of-
about Jack because of the explosion and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah, because she hasn't heard from him yet, has she?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And they semi-trace the call.
Yeah, they've got a rough idea of where she is, and they somehow
Yeah.
managed to pull up a CCTV picture of her from somewhere that doesn't look like it has any CCTV.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Plot.
this.
Plot.
There's a,
Further the plot.
there's a really egregious moment where, in films and stuff, where they show a reused bit of shot. And
Yes.
it's usually for like a camera feed or something. It's like, how is that cameraman there?
Yeah.
There's a brilliant bit, I think, in the 4th episode, so we'll tackle that
Brilliant.
when that happens. Yeah, so she makes that call. They kind of sort of track her. I think they bring up a file on her that her name and her family's name is fake, and they're part of like a witness protection program. She goes back in. I don't know if there's. I think maybe we'll cut to Clem very quickly because Clem's going into a pub Clem's out and about in the rain and he nicks
somebody's
poor lady's wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then goes into
pub.
Very, very well as well, didn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like
Straight out of that bag, no issues.
yeah. Yeah.
It's Dodger grown up.
Yeah. The Scottish Dodger.
And
And then
yeah,
the landlady is a bit like sussy because he's got pictures in there that are very clearly not.
she gets those policemen outrageously quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, everyone's on high alert because of stressful
True,
sitch.
Yeah. Okay.
know.
And he kind of gets detained by the police. Now I think we cut back to Stephen's place. I'm only saying Stephen's place because I don't remember
Stephen's
the
place.
name of Stephen's mom.
Oh God, what's her name?
I genuinely don't remember her name.
Alice.
Oh, it was
Alice,
Alice. Thank
that's it.
you. Thank you. So we cut back to Alice, and now there's some infiltrating going on here, but I'm going to ask about this because I asked Donna when we were watching it, and I don't think you were sure. You hear like noise and stuff, just like tweeting of birds and stuff,
Yeah.
and all of that.
yeah.
You hear a dog barking,
Yeah.
but then you hear like a. Do they kill the dog?
No, don't be daft. Yes.
Assassins wouldn't kill the dog.
Yes.
But why though? Surely it's more suspicious to have everything go
Go
quiet.
really dead quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, just
100%.
Especially for someone that's probably trained to look out for things like that. Because,
Yeah.
again, being
her dad is.
being the daughter of him, you would always be on high alert,
Yeah.
regardless of the situation, surely.
maybe the person who came up with that idea was the same person who put Timothy No Eyes in charge of the sniper rifle in the second episode.
I didn't even notice the dog barking.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, I did.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she clocks on that something's up now. The TV program that Stephen's watching is a horrific program on CBBC that televised around the same time. I think I was a little bit older than Stephen when I watched it. A series called Trapped. Don't know if you remember. The general premise, it was like a kind of crystal rainforest-esque challenge or raven challenge thing that was set in a tower, supposedly off the British coast, but hilariously animated. Just this obscure wooden giant 20-story tower.
Amazing.
And if any of the children failed a challenge on that floor, they would be trapped on that floor, and you would just see an image of them at the window, and the camera would pan away, and it'd probably be raining and shit.
Wow.
Wow.
This tower was run by two people, in the loosest sense of the word. You had a jolly goblin, I think, but he's normal scale. And it has like, I don't know what you call it. I think it's like a classic gamekeeper hat where it's just like that bit of leather, almost like an aviation hat.
Oh,
yeah, I know what
Where
you
it's
mean.
like strapped over. He has ear stretchers. He's kind of like made up to the max. He's got like bottles and shit all over him.
And shit all over him. Damn.
And yeah, he's not really running it. He's just kind of there to casually observe. But the person who's running it is just a woman's mouth.
What?
And she's like
What?
you never see the rest of her, but she just does like the "you are trapped," and
my
then
Not
yeah,
a fan of that.
no.
No.
But that was
We were harder back then, weren't we?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be showing Logan that.
it was back during that horrific time period where it was fine to either do that or send kids out to the Wild West and have them become pioneers in the desert,
Yeah.
or to put them on a dating show at the age of 12.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't sure whether that was like a subtle hit of being trapped, whether that
Possibly,
they used
yeah.
that for something,
Could be.
or just plugging another show that was under the BBC.
Maybe, yeah. Remember this, Gem?
Which I think was running at the time. It wasn't even like a nostalgia
Oh,
thing. I think
Okay.
Trapped was just running at the time.
Oh, okay.
I kind of want to watch an episode though, so it's done its job, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there you go.
Yeah, we could. I'm sure we could find it on BBC iPlayer. There was a
Yeah,
bunch of them.
probably.
And Alice is very quick to grab the knife block.
Oh my lord, the knife.
Where she
thing.
puts this knife.
Yeah.
Isn't it just in her?
Just stuffs it down
Yeah.
her trousers.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
So-
big old knife.
Bending over, running, she's stabbing herself, she's slashing her fucking... What's that artery that's there? There's a big
one.
old artery there, femoral
Big old,
artery.
big old leg one.
Yeah, she's cutting her femoral artery left, right and centre.
Hmm.
Especially when
And
she
she's
bends
very
down.
comfortable, isn't she? Even though she's...
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
And doesn't she take like a chopping board or something as well?
Oh yes.
Because she uses that.
Yeah.
So she corrals Stephen, and Stephen says a little bit of sizzle. Grandma always
Said there'd be trouble. Yeah.
So they've been planning for this.
She'd be ready.
And they kind of exit the house, and I think they're running down the street, and you've got 2 lines of soldiers coming at them from either direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think they want them dead, because you said like they could have shot them by now.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
she says it later.
They were just
doesn't she?
running, weren't they? They weren't
Yeah.
even aiming their guns at them.
No.
They were just chasing.
Yeah. They're just coming in with force.
this incredibly stealthy entrance to then just full on like let's run as loudly as we can down the road. Seems an odd choice, but
Well, they know they've been got, don't they?
yeah.
I'd assume they know they've been got.
Yeah. And she uses the chopping board to full on just take one out and take the pistol.
Take the pistol, yeah.
And they're all in teams.
Except for this
apart
one
from
guy. He's the one that killed the dog.
Yeah, he went rogue.
Absolute psychopath. You can see him like putting the dog's collar on his wrist. Like,
Target 1 eliminated.
arguably the most dangerous.
Most teeth.
That one had 4 chopping boards. So, she like goes down an alleyway and kind of gets cornered. And Auntie Terrorist
rocks up.
Yeah, and she's not playing games at all. She's like, you fucker want to see if you're immortal like your dad? You want to see if it is? Fucking put it.
We'll try it.
We'll put it to the test if you want.
Which, I know they're in a stressful situation, but being a mother of a boy, if my son heard, do you want to see if you're immortal too? No matter what the situation, it'd be like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way that kid is not going, I'm
nothing.
sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's still processing the latest episode of Trapped.
He's like, what the?
They're trapping kids in this castle.
That's the first time he's ever seen it. He's
Doesn't seem ethical. I think we cut back to our warehouse, and there is something that I want to ask about this. Where is the Torchwood server housed? There's got to be a physical server block. Where is that? Because they log back on with the laptop that they steal during their escapades in the town centre, and use the facial recognition to find out that Clement McDonald's been arrested.
But there was lots of Torchwood hubs originally, wasn't there?
There were lots of Torchwood buildings. I don't know whether they would have used one central hub. I don't know.
Yeah, because there was, didn't they?
I don't know.
In one of the, I can't remember if it was in Torchwood or Doctor Who now, but I remember them saying about, because there was Torchwood London, Torchwood Cardiff, but there wasn't the one in Scotland as well.
There was another one that had vanished, but they claimed to. I think it's in episode 1. Jack talks about trying to find it one day.
Yeah.
But I think also in this very series, they're talking about Jack's immortal ability, and they say I think it's linked to the Torchwood hub.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
I
why
think
they
there are-
target that place. So where is the Torchwood hub?
Where is this hub? Who knows? I don't know.
No,
I have no suggestions.
No, it's just
don't know.
interesting thought. My notes have gone.
Oh no.
So, we get some, because as Stephen's being cornered, they turn around to look at Stephen, and Stephen's pointing.
Oh yeah.
And we get a bit of,
Creepy.
oh, well, there's something's happened here that we've bypassed a bit. So no, we do need to go back and address this, because there's some egregious shit that's going on here. Clearly, not just Russell not understanding politics, but also not understanding the police. So... They find out from the Torchwood hub, wherever the fuck that is, that
that Clem's being held.
Clem's being held
Oh yes.
in a London prison. So Gwen calls Andy in Cardiff and asks him to put through a file. I can't get a charge sheet from the police. There's no fucking way any police station has the jurisdiction or the teamwork to be able to be like, can you release that motherfucker in a police station however many 100 miles away?
And she said, "Oh, I'll just say I'm Linda."
Yes, I'm
So
Linda.
they're not going to check her ID. They're just going to let her in.
Yeah, she's just Linda.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Oh no, is this Linda with a Y?
Don't you fucking dare.
Oh,
Keep
no.
your mouth shut about Linda with a Y. Oh, Linda.
Her legacy lives on
Why?
in the form
I
of.
hope that's why they chose that name.
I hope so too.
What was the name of Elton's weird club? That wasn't. Was that something else?
Oh, God. Was that Linda with
I think it
an
might.
eye?
I think it might have been Linda as well.
I think that might have been Linda, yeah.
What is with Linda, Russell?
Don't know. Is he hinting at something? Oh my god, Linda is Sutek.
I think it was Linda.
I
you
think it
know.
was Linda.
So
Investigation and Detective. London's Investigation and Detective Agency.
yeah, it was
There you
Linda.
go.
Yeah, shit.
Linda.
So we get a beautiful scene where Gwen walks in and finds Clem, and he's like tearing up, and they
it's
they have a
lovely.
nice old hug.
He grabs her.
Yeah.
Like, full on childlike moment right there. It's really clever. He's a really good actor. This
Yeah.
guy.
He is.
He's
Brilliant.
absolutely smashing it.
But his good acting is, well, the best of it's yet to come.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Not really.
So
Christmas.
have a happy new year. So she gets Clem out, and this is
Yeah.
when everyone starts pointing.
Yeah, because we're just outside, aren't we, at the moment?
Now we
Yeah.
cut. Now this is a horrific moment. Is when we cut back to the house of 10 quid a
Oh
kid.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
And silence falls, and
God.
both I can't remember the name of Yanto's sister, but Yanto's sister and I was about to call the person the actual name, the actual person that we can.
Johnny.
They both turn around and
What's her name?
I can't think.
Iris? No.
no, I don't think so.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, while you do that, they all turn around and they're just standing there pointing. Now,
Creepy.
yeah, oh yeah. Now you made a point, Donna, because both of them run out and look in the direction that the kids are pointing.
Yeah.
Do you want to relay what
So
you said?
she just says
Rhiannon.
Rihanna.
Her name's Rhi. There you go. Anyway, sorry.
So yeah, they go outside and they go, oh, they're pointing towards London. There are a lot of things on that line. Doesn't stop at London.
But haven't they seen? Haven't we had big fire? Tower of Fire
that-
fall at London, and they know that fell at London. So are they
No,
just?
that's just about to happen.
That's just about to happen because that's what the
Yeah.
pointing
Oh,
is
shook!
for.
Yeah.
And we know because it's just been told that everyone from other countries, everyone is pointing towards London because it's all around the world, but they don't know that yet.
Yeah, they
So
haven't
she's
seen
just-
that news report.
She's just gone,
yeah.
oh yeah, they're pointing at
They're
London.
not
'cause it's
watching
that
day
way.
3 Torchwood.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So yeah, she just assumes it's like could be further than that, could be closer than that, could be town centre, it could be. But yeah, she's just like, no, that's London straight away.
It's just
if you
assumed.
follow in that direction long enough,
Yeah.
you reach Saturn. They're pointing at Saturn.
Never know.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah,
They haven't had anything on the news
No.
that suggested
No.
London, have they?
not at all, not yet.
I don't know whether they're just thinking like because of all
That's
the
where the government is.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a leap.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright. Yeah.
Yes, so we get the arrival of the 456.
Cool. Now we've got Tower of
Yes,
Fire, is
now
what they
it
called it,
comes.
isn't it?
What do you think about this arrival method?
I think it looks very much like regeneration energy. So
Yeah, but
we
it doesn't
just
make the same sound effect, so we're all right.
I don't know. Where's
Okay.
it coming from?
Well, we may tackle that later because there's a lot of questions that come as to what the 456 has in terms of technology and where they are. Is there a base nearby?
Is he just one lonely loser on his own?
See, I have questions.
Yes. Go, go, go.
Because many people saw that big old light.
Mhm.
But they've been before and no one saw a light the first time.
Well, no, there was that big white light.
Yeah, but there wasn't a tower of fire though, was there?
No,
But they also didn't make the kids talk last time, did they? So I
No.
think That one was more of like a little subtle, "Ooh, let's go and check this place out." And then
Oh, maybe,
now we're like,
yeah.
here we are.
They were very flashy about it.
They were very flashy about it. I think it was just part of the drams.
But also when they arrived the first time, you could hear almost like the sound of a ship. You could hear like the "woo-doo-doo-doo-doo" as the something came in.
Yeah.
So we can assume if they did have a ship, that was the physical ship that came, as opposed to them coming
Just
down
one,
from orbit.
yeah.
And it lands in the big old tank.
The big old tank.
Now, the tank.
The tank.
I have things.
I know
You
what
have
you're gonna
things
say.
about the
Yeah,
tank.
yes, I do. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Now, first of all, the design of the 456, the limited amount that we get to see over the course of the next 3 episodes,
Yeah.
or this one included, is I love the show less element of it. I think that benefits. And there was, so I did, after I finished the 2 episodes I was missing from this series at work, I just continued watching Doctor Who from our podcast, just as a bit of further ahead watching.
Yeah.
And I watched the second part of the under the water thing, where you
Yeah.
see that big old beastie.
Yeah.
That would have benefited from this treatment, because
Yes.
when you don't see much of it, it looks really sinister. But as soon as you see it out in the light and
Yeah,
out
you're
and
like,
about, it's
"Ow."
just, this is the most cumbersome, awful fucking looking thing ever. But the 456 really benefits from
Yeah.
this treatment.
I have one issue
Okay,
with them,
okay.
which is one of the sound effects used.
Now is it? Yeah, no, you say it.
It's
Yeah, it's the big old
Yeah.
gunge noise.
it's the big old "I've just taken a shit" noise. It's an awful noise.
Why is that in there?
They could have used any other gungy noise, because that whole element that they have where they do that horrible thrashing
Yeah.
is horrible.
Yeah.
And then you've got toilet humour in there.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
It
it
was
took me
unnecessary.
out of it. It took me out of it, because I was like, boo!
You remembering back to our
Yeah, well, no, I did, because they make that same sort of sound
Yeah.
in that episode.
buy our merch.
That's my one note about them, but I think the rest of the design is brilliant.
I have slight.
That is what you said as well, wasn't it? The noise.
Yeah. And slight side point, there's more merch I'm planning to add.
Oh my god, amazing.
And it is from something you said, Pete, from
no.
this very podcast mini-series run, where you said something like assassinants or something about the ambulance, and I'm just gonna have like I'm gonna do like a very cartoonish ambulance with just like turrets and
Love it.
Brilliant.
But the other point I wanted to make about the tank was nearly every time that we see it where there's been a cut with another scene or something, after it's done the big old gungy thing, that glass is clean
Yeah, no.
On the inside.
on the inside.
I want to say, just in defence of it,
Yes.
maybe the gases in the air erode the gunge away. Or it'll just
Okay,
slides down to the bottom of the floor.
No. I will absolutely accept that, but
Okay.
I'm going to debunk that with something that happens at the very end of episode 5, because there ain't no
Yeah,
fucking
there ain't
way
no
about
gunk.
it. But we'll get there. There's some horse shit about. Now, so something that we had to kind of clarify and figure out was that Mr. Dacker, who'd translated the original recording,
Yeah.
that's the translation that we're getting when the 456 start to speak, where you get that very sinister kind of smash cut where you get the little dial thing, you get the speaker kind of pulsating,
Yeah.
and I think it's Frobisher and Dacker are the only two in the room at this point.
Yeah. Because doesn't Frobisher do something to the lift to make sure nobody gets up? He sticks a chair in the lift or something to make sure the doors
he
don't.
does.
Yeah.
And
Well, he does this classic like 12th Doctor run where it looks really shit because he can't run.
but it looks so much worse in his actual Doctor Who era. And I think it's a very kind of the main portion of that conversation that he has with the 456 is that the 456 wants to talk to the world, but he's like, we can only do this with the designated leaders and stuff.
Yeah.
To which he kind of puts into play. I don't think there's anything else that's really said
Yeah, no, because they don't talk about the off-record stuff yet, do they?
No. Well, I think that might be the initial thing because there's very few other times Frobisher and no one else is in the room.
Yeah.
So I
There's
think that
this
might
point
be.
there where he says, "Look,
Yeah.
we know we've had dealings with you before, but that's
Yeah,
is it?"
we don't talk about that.
Yeah, and it says yes.
Now, Donna, you covered something else as well when we were watching the episode, because we're now at
I'm so confused. You're like, what?
we're
did I
now
say?
at Frobisher's house,
Oh, yeah.
with a certain long coaty boy has
Yeah, just
Wandered
infiltrated.
in. Now, someone that high up, like quite up
he
near
has a bloody self-opening gate when he drives out.
what? Surely that's the kind of place that would have armed guards near, or they'd be on like an estate where it's you have to be let in by security. There's not a chance he's just living on a street as high up as he is.
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
I don't know.
But yeah, Jack can just wander in.
Because I can't remember.
because plot.
We did talk about what Frobisher's actual job is.
I can't remember. The secretary of something.
Is secretary of something.
But it was quite high up.
Yeah. Can't remember what his thing is.
It wasn't the Secretary of State.
Don't think so.
No.
Google.
Yeah, we might. Donna, if you're all right to do.
moment.
a bit
Either
of a
way,
Google
though,
while
the
we-
point does still stand. He,
Well, I don't know because,
he would at least have a camera. Do you not think? Like a
so,
security camera?
I won't out. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter now because my dad's retired. But he was quite high up within the civil service
Permanent
himself.
secretary to the Home Office.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and
That shows just how bad I know about the government.
I don't think you would. To be fair,
Really?
yeah, I don't think you would.
Oh, okay.
Because there's certain other people in my family who are even slightly higher than that. I suppose I can say it because I'm not going to tell you who, but Donna will know. One of my members, of my family, is a parliamentary advisor, or was a parliamentary advisor,
Damn.
and no such security.
No such security. Fair.
Okay.
Now, Lois is coming through for us a bit because she's putting on
Lois.
the contact lenses.
Oh, yeah, she is.
And we get insight that we probably didn't need from everyone at the new Torchwood.
Yeah, we did.
Because you, Donna, threw up quite an appropriate issue with this of just sharing contact lenses.
Yeah.
At all,
Why
is
are
it?
we sharing
Grim.
contact lenses?
I'm sure Torchwood can afford.
Disgusting.
I'd like
Can
to think
afford
the
more.
iFis that can transmit and lip read probably have some kind of self-cleaning.
Yeah, but
element to
still, that's been in someone's eye.
It's been in state line solution.
Oh, thank you.
Probably alien saline solution. If you touch the actual solution, your finger just melts.
Very odd.
But yeah, we get a bit of an insight that not just Gwen and Reese, but also
Yanto.
Yanto has been using it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to explore this too much, but I don't. As much as as much as one may enjoy the physical elements of a relationship, I don't think you want that on a screen from your perspective.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Everybody's got their own.
Because surely
thing.
you're seeing it, so the person's only seeing what you're seeing. Nah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
See, I had it in my head where it was sort of as a video thing towards someone,
To what?
like in a mirror, and then sent.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Either way. No.
I've got here just as a note who cleans the glass. There's because when the 456 starts to kick off and throw a load of guns around the place, John Frobisher shows some understandable concern, and it almost mockingly repeats him.
Yeah. It's brutal, really.
Yeah.
So, where do we think the 456 come from? I think we could probably ask this question because we don't really get any more information from this point as opposed to where the 456 come from.
Rax Carocophallopatorius.
Yeah, you think they're part of the Slovenio boys?
They're the dark cousins. You've got Clom, and now you've got this planet that's the dark cousins.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah, because we
being
never
silly.
even really find out what their real name is, do they? Because
No.
they just said, "Oh, we'll go with what you've said."
Now, space for me, horrific. I fucking hate space. Anything to do with space, the worst.
Why are we doing a Doctor Who podcast then, Zach?
Sorry, what?
Because they rarely go to space.
They all stay in London.
They're always in Cardiff.
Okay, no, valid. I get you.
Okay.
And yeah, I think probably a more appropriate question would have been, why do I feel like things like Star Wars and things like that?
Yeah.
Because they always make space look so warm. It's weird. Like, space looks warm. Space looks inviting. Space looks fun in Star Wars. But in things like The Expanse, that fucking bullshit series, it looks cold and awful. And you know, a lot of people, I can't remember what the fear is called, but I think it's shared with fear of space, is people who can't look out to sea for a long period of time and kind of
Just because of that
understand
expanse, yeah. The enormity of...
I don't have that with
that.
the ocean. I fucking love the ocean, but
Yeah.
space is what I have that with.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But I think I don't know why I've done this to myself, but to make the 4, 5, 6 more scary, in my head canon, they're from our solar system. They're from a very nearby planet. And their technology is very lapsed, which then makes what the government end up doing even... Because obviously they don't know. A lot of their decisions are made off the, let's accept the worst case scenario and kind of cater towards that.
Yeah.
But in my mind, they are like very much working on basic technology, and they have no way to be able to do... They are beaming off short distances, and they live within our solar system.
Okay.
That's a cool way of looking at it.
So I'm not going to go into this too much because tangent on tangent. But there's a very recent... I don't know if you've watched it, Pete. There's a series that came out during the summer of this year called Solar Systems, I think it's called. And it explores the planets in our solar system as well as moons and things like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember off the top of the dome what the planet's called. Oh, sorry, the moon's called. It's one of the moons of Jupiter. No, sorry, one of the moons of Saturn. And it's supposed that there's like a whole ocean under this ice planet. And that they've seen bits of ice being blown off by like volcanic vents, which a lot of people believe is how life started on our planet.
Oh.
So there's the basis for life there in our own solar system. We just can't detect it because the journey, it takes like 5 years to get there.
Yeah.
And also because you have to break through like however many miles of ice in order to get to it. But there's the basis for life on that moon. That's no bigger than an American state. It's really not that large.
Okay.
But you know,
Still pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's to make it more scary in my mind. The 4, 5, 6 at least is
From the moon.
Okay.
They're from maybe not that close because we know that there is a Dalek ship on
that's
on the
true.
dark side of the moon. So, we do get the 4, 5, 6's request.
Did we get that in this episode?
Yes, they want a gift.
Oh.
They want a gift, but we don't get the reveal as to why they want.
Oh God.
I think the dialogue is, "We want your children. We want 10% of the children of this earth."
Yeah. And you just see his face just drop. You see Frobridge's face just that.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm sorry, what?" But
because
all
I think
on
he
his
says,
face.
I'm sorry, there's a problem. I think there might
there might be a problem
Yeah.
translating. Say again, and he says it again.
He's like, sure,
That can't be right.
That.
He
Yeah.
goes from like complete confusion and anger to like absolute, oh shit,
Yeah.
just with his fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Such a good actor.
This might be the best series of Torchwood.
I think it is.
I think it might be, yeah.
I think it is. Nothing touches it.
So we get that to sit with for a little bit. But
Yeah.
Gwen's brought Clem back to the Torchwood new facility.
Yes.
Because we get another reveal.
We get another reveal.
I'll just check my notes before we go ahead. Yes, so
This reveal.
yes.
This reveal.
Great reveal, but also weird.
Weird.
And I hope we're talking about for the same
Okay, let's find out. Yeah, let's get
reason.
finding.
So, Clem's... I can't remember what Clem's talking about. I think because we get Lois go into the room and stuff, so Clem gets a bit of visual of what supposedly took his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what he's watching and stuff. But he then starts to smell a certain individual returning, you get that shot
Yeah.
of Jack pulling up in the car.
Yep.
And Clem's kind of having tics and freaking out a bit as
Yeah.
Jack comes out of the shadows.
Isn't he saying he's coming or?
Yeah.
Yeah, the man that
Yeah.
took me, he's coming back. He's coming back.
Yeah. Because then it also, I think, smash cuts to him in 1965, and you can see him
Yeah.
standing with the kids.
Yeah.
So the dialogue here, for the most part, is the dialogue that they stick with. But in the next episode, there's a bit that they just ignore.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, because it's a
Good.
weird delivery from John Barrowman,
Yeah.
where obviously they're like, nah, he has no involvement in this, and he's like, yeah, in 1965 I gave them 12 children.
Yep.
And then Gwen asks what for.
Yeah, because again,
Why
her
would you
face
do
as
that?
well
Yeah.
at this point is like, I'm
Horrified.
sorry.
She's
Gwen.
holding Clem back,
Yeah.
and
And it's
looking
just
like,
Yeah.
absolutely, she's enraged and she's terrified all at once, and she's like, everything is breaking right now.
yeah.
She's again so fucking good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is Jack's next line that's some weird fucking...
As a gift. What the fuck is that? I don't know if they were just trying to like maybe skewer us into thinking, oh shit, is Jack a bad guy?
Was it? Yeah.
But in the next episode, they play that scene again, and that's not in there.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
I imagine that did not go down well, and I reckon that was a
No.
last minute takeout.
Yeah. It was just like, I'm sorry? It came across really badly. Like,
Yeah.
it did come across like he's like, I don't care. It came across like he was a bad guy at that point.
Yeah.
Am I remembering that that's right at the end of the episode?
That's
Literally
right at the
the
end.
last
That's
thing he
as
says.
the-
Everyone's got a week of... Oh, no, it's just a day, isn't
It's
it?
just a
Everyone's
day,
got the day of... What?
Yeah. It was
A
just
gift.
wrong.
It was a gift, as
Yeah.
if just calm, as if that was the most normal thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we know Jack is a morally... I mean, this was putting it lightly, a morally grey character.
Yeah, yeah.
But this, like, takes it
Yeah.
beyond redeemable.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, what?
But
Like, yeah. I didn't like it.
no.
That's all I can say. I didn't like it. It wasn't nice.
No. But that is where the episode ends.
It is.
Yes.
And we will be back in a day's time to tackle arguably the saddest of the 5 episodes.
I think it
I'm
is.
ready.
There's so much that happens.
Now, I might be able to convince you that the 5th one may be sadder,
Okay.
with a revelation that happened a few weeks ago when I watched this with my bandmates.
Okay.
So, something I need to ask you off the bat is, how have you always watched these episodes, apart from when they were televised, if you watched them when they were televised?
How do you mean, how have I watched them? Like,
What medium have you used to watch them?
iPlayer, the DVD. I've got him on DVD, and then iPlayer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have you not noticed anything?
Fuck off, no.
We'll get there.
What do you mean?
We'll get there. Sorry, in an hour or so we'll get there.
Harsh, isn't it?
That's really fucking mean.
I know. So thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, get out. We need to move on.
If you have any comments or speculation about Donkey Who stuff, be it present or future, please throw it in the comments. We have a Twitter page. You can find us at and never eat pears, I think it is, or eat pears never.
Can't remember.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Something about pears.
Yeah.
I think it's Eat Pears Never.
Yeah, eat pears never. And please share this with your Whovian friends because it helps a lot. And until the next time, we are heading into time and space.